Good afternoon, everyone, and peace and love to all of you. Right? So we drove all the way to Medfield to see the Medfield State Hospital. You know, to my dismeasure, this was an unfortunate Kirkbride, but you know, pretty much just as good in every way. Actually. So we're walking around this, you know, this filming location where they filmed Shutter Island, actually, that really good movie. And it's bigger than I thought. It was an old hospital, and it's like a clock tower right there. And it's like an hour and a good hour and 15 minutes like away from like where I live. So it was kind of a ways to get here, kind of. And we're just like walking around. Exploring, taking pictures. We're kind of limited on time, so we're not really getting as much as we could have, but I'm sure we're covering a lot of it. There's like the chapel, the church, the clock tower, and there's so much of them. They're like boarded up buildings. We already bumped into a cop. Me and Kelsey are still debating whether it was a man or a woman, but that's beside the point, right? And well, the cop's actually pretty damn nice. It just says no entry into the buildings, you can explore, and we saw a woman walking her dog already, so that's already a big fat plus, right? So anyways, entering this place was a real bitch, because the sign was the most confusing freaking thing in the world. It said like, entry from 6 to 6, you know, visitors must check in, need to wear hard hats, like what the fuck, like it's so confusing. And along the way here, we found a different path, and we took this like old abandoned road, and along the path was, don't go on the grounds of like the hospital. So okay, so when we enter it says go in the grounds of hospital as you want, and then as soon as we get it's like, oh, don't go, by the way. Like what the fuck, it's so weird. But whatever. So look, an abandoned fire hydrant. But so yeah, so it's my ADHD, right? So amazing place, really historic. So what year did it close?
Probably, I think like the 90s.
Yeah, like, yeah, I feel.
Look it up real quick. I think it's
yeah, look it up real quick. I feel like a lot of these like state hospitals, like the Kirkbrides all over America, and this one, including so many other state hospitals that, you know, everywhere pretty much, and they were all closing in the time span between late 80s to mid 90s. It seems like there was some like that closed in 2005, and Greystone, that awesome hospital we stumbled upon, right, closed in 2008, which is weird because it was an old place. We stumbled across, like, I don't know if this was like a school or a cafeteria.
2003 it was closed.
Well, okay, apparently I was, you know, wrong again, right? Apparently this place was closed in 2003, and I don't even know how that's even possible. Look at this place. It looks like it should be closed in the 60s. I mean, it looks okay, but I mean, it's all deserted. Look at that, an abandoned tree too. What?
It looks way older than 9 years.
Yeah, look at that. Do you think anybody could?
It was built in the 1800s.
Well, of course, like many of these places, actually historic. I mean, look at that.
This does look like a school, doesn't it?
It really does. I thought it was like a school or a cafeteria. I'm not sure about that shit. Look at that. Do you feel safe in 2003 walking under that right there? Like right there, like I would be a shit myself scared walking there anytime, actually. But yeah, so amazing place. Probably sure I'm forgetting to say something, but yeah, finally we went over here. Last time we came here in June, I think it was like pouring rain, and it was after 6, so that was a bitch. So yeah, so we finally made it here. We're walking around. Oh look, a water tower. Yeah, well, I mean, and the only reason I actually pointed out is the fact that, like, so much of these places seem to have a water tower. It's like their signature thing. Like, it's obviously a purpose, but every single one of these, like the Kirkbride hospitals or this one, all of them had a water tower as like the signature. So now it's like an inside joke. Every single time we see a water tower, I think, oh my god, there has to be an old state hospital here. It's like an inside joke, pretty much. And look, and some abandoned pipes. The hell's that? But whatever. Look at that little building right there. It's beautiful.
I know.
Any last words, brain tumor?
No, let's just keep looking.
Okay, she was a chatty one here, right? Okay, so peace and love.
3:15, so.
Okay, we'll just snapshot a few pictures and we'll move on.
I want to go back.
Peace and love.